Welcome to the Endless Honeymoon Podcast Secret Dump. Natasha.
Yes.
How do you do?
I do good.
You know, you did good. We just had, last week was Yom Kippur, the holiest day in the Jewish calendar. And Natasha, in support of me fasting, I think you fasted for 20 minutes.
No, I completely in solidarity. First of all, for your last meal, I made sure it was like all cooked at the right time.
That was very sweet.
And then I kind of was in solidarity with you. I didn't drink any wine. I had water. And then the next day,
you tried to seduce me, and then I said I can't do that tonight.
That's right. And then the next day, I fasted with you. And then I went out to get a cheeseburger with my daughter. And then I came back and I fasted with you.
She called me from In-N-Out Burger while I was in the middle of it. The point is, she called me from an In-N-Out Burger while I was fasting.
They started repeating the order and I hung up on you.
And I was like, wait a minute, where are you guys? And then all of a sudden she's like, oh, I was getting our kid some In-N-Out Burger. I go... And then I hear my kid going, I love the milkshake. And she goes, Mommy, do you want more? And I'm like, did you have milkshake? And she's like, yeah. I go, did you eat some cheeseburger? She goes, I had a bite or two. But you know what? It's my cross to bear. No pun intended. I don't expect you to fast.
No, I was just trying to make it easy for you, making you think. Like I wasn't going to eat a cheeseburger in front of you, but I feel like that's a good level for me to help you at.
Yeah. You're good. You don't need to you don't need to fast for me. Anyway, speaking of food, I got no protracted negotiation with a food service delivery app today trying to get my money back.
So we
ghosted me.
We tried to get this Chinese food and then it was going to take 4 hours to get delivered.
No, I did my order at this is like a niche Uber Eats, right? It's like just for Chinese food from the San Gabriel Valley. I ordered, so it was like they're trying to go indie. Some things don't need to be indie. Some things let the big corporation take care of. Because I ordered my food at 5:30 and 2.5 hours later, they're like, we finally have an update for you. It will be there in 2 hours. It's like, what?
So we ended up eating corn dogs, frozen corn
dogs.
And tater tots.
And pasta made with truff hot sauce. One of the former sponsors of this show.
That's all the food we had. That's all I could put together.
Hey, that truff was banging though.
It was fine. It was good. That part was great. But the tater tots and corn dogs.
Here's the reality of how
the truff kind of saved it.
Here's the reality of how these food delivery apps really fuck you up.
Oh, but I'm saying we ate this meal while you argued with.
Yes, it was not a good meal. It was not a good meal. It was just me texting back and forth with somebody who would not commit to giving me my money back. But they kept doing these vague phrases like the results will be in 3 to 5 business days. I'm like, bitch, what do you mean the results?
Moshe just kept saying, I want my money back.
Yeah, please
I want
give me
my money back.
Just
I want my money back.
Refund me. Then right before we start taping this podcast, it's like 10 p.m. The dude shows up. I ordered at 5:30. It's like 10 p.m. The dude shows up and it's just like, here's your food. And I'm like, shit, I shouldn't. He didn't speak English. So I want to be like, no, don't give me the food. I didn't want to take custody.
What did your wife tell you?
Just take it because he probably had a bad night. Now that was a good point. The driver himself was probably having a rough night having to deliver. I think what happened is they're trying to go indie and they're having this one dude deliver to everybody in Los Angeles, basically, which is why it's taken 5 fucking hours. Anyway, I didn't want to take custody of the food because I know these motherfuckers are going to hit me up and be like, yo, you took the food, didn't you? That's a 20% discount. That's all you get. Well, whatever.
All right. Well, listen,
At least it's not green hummus with parsley.
Listen, if you haven't gotten your beach towel, there's still some summer left. I think it's going to be warm for like another couple months.
It's going to be warm and getting warmer for another couple of centuries.
Get your Endless Honeymoon beach towel.
Yes, nothing pairs better with endless global warming than a beach towel because you'll be on the beach all the way until it's no longer safe to be out there.
I love getting out on the beach on my beach towel.
Well, if you want to go to the beach, take one of our beach towels and then get some of these boy shorts if you're a girl and slip them on because they're very cute. Natasha wears them around the house and they make her thing look just thang-alicious. And get the freaking merch, dude. Buy our merch, motherfuckers. You can go to endlesshoneymoonpod.com/shop and find all of the various sundry items we have for you. But what do we have for our listeners today that isn't merch?
We got some secrets.
We got some secrets.
Hi, Natasha and Moshe. I have a secret. So I spent my first 2 years of college in LA. I'm from San Francisco, so moved down here. And when I was a freshman, as you can imagine, I was flat broke, selling my clothes, trying to just find cash. I worked at a retail store in Hollywood, which was horrible. And a friend of mine from high school had become a stripper in San Francisco and was telling me about all the money she makes. So I one day figured I'll give it a try. I was always super comfortable being naked. I was being a little bit of a hoe in the dorm rooms anyway, so I thought might as well get paid to show men my body. Anywho, I worked there a month. Nobody knows this except my old dorm roommate. And I guess the biggest secret is I used to get my taxes done by my dad. And even though strippers aren't really on payroll, we got 1099s and they had all of our information. So they had to obviously file us for their taxes, and we also had to file whatever little money we claimed that we made. So my dad got the 1099 from this strange place, and he was curious as to why I was getting a 1099 at all. And he looked up the name of the company, which is very clearly an adult entertainment business. And when he asked if it was mine or if it was a mistake, I lied and said I was helping a friend be a bartender only for a couple days and never went back because it was a strip club and I didn't know it was a strip club, and I just bartended there, giving creeps juice and etc. So nobody knows except my old roommate, and I think my dad might kind of know, but maybe he believes me. I don't know, but I haven't told anyone since. No one I dated, not even my best friends. So that's my secret.
Her dad's like, you made $62,000 in $1 bills as a bartender serving juice?
One night. I mean, I just don't think it's bad to be a stripper.
No.
I also feel like I would have done it too, but I just didn't end up doing it.
It's actually kind of badass. You need to reclaim that memory as one of your own.
I want to know what happened. How'd she like it?
Right.
But I understand wanting to keep it from your parents.
Well, your parents, I get that. Hey, maybe get a new accountant. But but you can tell your roommates and the people you're dating, nobody gives a shit. And if they do, I always think it's good, especially if you don't even do it anymore. It's like, it's almost a good test. Like you tell a guy you're dating, I once stripped for a little while in college. And he's like, what? You're like, oh, thank God. I figured out you're just like a uptight loser. I'm out. All right. Shall we?
Should we hear another one?
Yeah.
Hi, Natasha. Hi, Moshe. So my secret is that in high school I worked at Subway, and whenever people would pay cash or just say like, oh, keep the change, I would just void the whole order and keep all the money. And I would also get off kind of late at night, so I would go to a party afterward and just bring everybody like cookies and like 10 sandwiches. And I don't feel bad about it because my boss was really mean, and that's what you get for being mean and having a 16-year-old work alone for 12 hours straight. All right, thanks. Bye.
I mean, that's not bad, right?
To steal from Subway?
But she gave back.
She gave back to the community.
Yeah.
That's right. She robbed from the rich and gave to the poor.
I kind of liked it.
She's like cold cut combo for everyone. I mean, honestly, the only part of this secret that's sketchy is that how obvious it must have been by looking at the books. She said every time someone paid cash, she just pocketed the money. They'd be like, why does Diane's shift have 40% less sales than everybody else's shift? And they're all credit card sales.
Maybe no one was paying attention for a couple months.
Yeah. You know what? If you're going to rob from somebody, rob from Subway. Why not?
That's a good message.
But my message really to you, Diane, don't steal. Be a good girl. All right, let's hear another secret.
Hi, Moshe. Hi, Natasha. Big fan. So my secret is a little gross. This sounds very paradoxical, but I am kind of a neat freak. although I will lay in my bed and pick my nose and occasionally like pick off a scab. Instead of sorry, my dog's whining. Instead of throwing it like on the floor, like somewhere in my bed or something like that, I will just let my dog eat it.
No.
She seems to like how they taste. She doesn't know what it is.
Can you turn
And
off
I
the
don't
secret?
have to worry about it being in my bed or on the floor or being just collecting. Yeah, it's really gross, I know, but it's my
please
little
turn
secret.
No,
Turn
keep
it off.
playing it.
Thank you, guys.
Do not turn this off.
Have a lovely day.
I wanted to hear that message, that good departing message before we let her go. I mean, Natasha, you have some thoughts?
No, I just think, why do stuff like that?
Well, the funniest part to me was that
Don't pick your scabs. Like, how old are you?
the funniest part to me was that the victim that she was implicating, like, he spoke up. We heard the dog on the secret. He's like, wait. Why are you telling people this? Come on now. Come on. He was whining in the moment. He knew where she was going with this.
Oh my God.
Hey, whatever.
She was
Everybody
cute.
do what you want. She was cute. You don't want those scabs on the floor. Don't put those scabs on the floor.
Don't pick your scabs.
Hey, what are you going to do? Should we do one more or should we say goodnight? Okay, well, you know what? Actually, Tosh,
Yeah.
I think one more.
Okay.
Hello. So I have a secret and I haven't told anyone. The secret is kind of gross, but I can orgasm from touching inside of my belly button, kind of rubbing inside it. I've never heard that anybody else can do this before, but it's really probably one of my preferred methods of orgasm just because I've been doing it for a while, but I do think maybe I should see a doctor, but I'm worried that they will fix the problem and I won't be able to do this anymore. But anyway, that's my secret, and I've never heard that anybody else can do this. I've Googled it. I think this is just a me thing. I wonder if my belly button was tied wrong when I was born. I don't know. Again, but it's great because I can have belly button orgasms, and that is great for me.
Wow. I mean, that's one of the craziest things I've ever heard in my life.
Well, at first I could tell Moshe was like, this isn't gross. This is cool. But then you kind of slowly...
I didn't think it was gross.
Not gross, but she said it was gross. So I was like, that's not gross. But then I could see where it's like odd.
I mean, did she say it was gross?
At the beginning, she did.
Oh, interesting. I got my finger very deep in my belly button right now.
Oh, but you were kind of turned on a little bit at first, right?
I wasn't turned on. I'm more like amazed. This is like some Guinness Book of World Records shit. This is some Kinsey scale shit. I mean, that is a sexual dynamo. You know what this means for a very small penised man out there, like a microdict? If we could just arrange them to fall in love, he could fuck her belly button and just finally satisfy a woman through penetration.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, gosh, that's crazy. What does she do? She sticks her finger in it?
Yeah.
How? It's so far away from your genitals. Although one thing I was thinking was sometimes when I do certain exercises, like I think it's abs exercises, I can feel it in my penis. So maybe there's some belly button ab genital.
When you do your penis exercises, can you feel it in your belly?
Oh, you mean when I tie the weight to it late at night to try to stimulate growth? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I guess I don't. That's fucking crazy.
Well, it's
Can
definitely
you
impressive.
touch your belly button and like really push it? Do you feel anything connected to your sex organs?
A little bit. Yeah, I think so.
Man, what a dynamo that woman is. You know what she should get is a little teeny tiny vibrator and put it in there and see what happens. She might have earth-shattering belly button orgasms. Like she's never experienced before. That's fucking crazy. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard.
You like it?
I mean, I don't know if I'd like it. I guess, you know what? If I was her lover, I'd probably give her a reach around, but to the belly button. Like if it'd always be, but it would be kind of like bullying.
Which finger would you use?
I guess index or pinky. I don't know. What finger does she use? Got a lot of questions. Call us back. Tell us more. If you've got a secret you'd like to leave with us, leave it on our hotline, 213-222-8608.
Give us an email.
Go ahead and give us an email over here at the internet of endlesshoneymoonpod@gmail.com. That is gmail.commercial if you want to be on our podcast as a guest.
Also, we're on Instagram individually and also Endless Honeymoon Pod.
Yep. Find us on YouTube, apple.co/endlesshoneymoon. Tosh, I got to tell you something. When I heard you chewing on that, slurping on that milkshake and eating that cheeseburger on Yom Kippur, you know what I thought? I love her.
Oh, I love you too.